I was kind of prepared to take a shit on this because the setup to this kind of sounds really silly. It's about a guy who wants to confess his love to this girl,
Aww.
but he gets hit by a fucking car. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I'm your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai, and joining me tonight, I have our poser extraordinaire, Nitai.
Oh, my ass cheeks are so moist right now. Fuck.
Jesus. This is what happens when you don't actually have your AC on.
It just stopped working one day, and I'm fucked. I'm in the desert, and if I have no AC, I'm dead. It's all over.
Yes, and press F in chat.
Press F in chat.
Like Sakura Miko. F.
F. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Oh, every day that passes is one day closer to seeing Sakura Miko again.
Man, the day we unironically do an episode about Sakura Miko is the day this episode goes down the drain.
The whole podcast is done
yeah.
at that point. Oh, but yeah. So tonight, Natai and I have gotten together to do our fall 2020 preview. So usually we have at least 3 of us when we do the season previews. Since there's only 2 of us tonight, we are going to do it a little differently than we have done it in the past. Normally we have 2 different sections, one like an in-depth section and one a rapid-fire section. We're just kind of going to go back and forth with some stuff that we may or may not be watching tonight. This coming season.
Right now!
We're going to watch it all right now. It's late for Natai, and I've been working for the last 12 hours. Give me a break.
And we might record another episode after this.
And we might record another episode out of this. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But we are just kind of going to pass it back and forth with some stuff that we might be watching and some stuff that we just think is absolutely probably going to be god-awful. But before we actually talk about that, Natai, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
So you and I were looking over the season chart for fall 2020, and there's something missing.
You're right.
Because several months ago, after it was announced that Attack on Titan Season 4 was going to be done by Studio Mappa, I distinctly remember that announcement also saying that it was going to air in fall 2020.
Specifically October, yeah.
Yeah, fall 2020 is coming up because that's the season that typically starts at the first week of October.
Mm-hmm.
And neither the season charts on any chart or on Mal have Attack on Titan Season 4 listed. And I don't know about you. Maybe I missed this, but I don't remember there ever being an announcement of a delay.
There wasn't, but a few weeks ago, I mean, let's take it with a grain of salt, because on Reddit, which you should never believe, a few weeks ago there was popped up this thread or whatever that people talked about how I can't remember what it was that was announced for that date that's slated specifically for the time that Attack on Titan would air, but there was something, I don't know if it was a sports game or something like something news-wise. I don't remember what it was, but that there was speculation that that time slot was going to be taken for, I can't remember if that week specifically or for like the month of October. But there was speculation, and again, I haven't seen anything official myself, not that I use Twitter or check that at all, but maybe we missed something. But yeah, strangely, it's not on the chart, which...
Yeah, I tend to keep up with, like, you know, announcements of airing dates and stuff on Twitter or Facebook or all kinds of social media.
Right.
But I didn't see it, and you'd think this would be something that, if it were going to be delayed, would have been news. And they did announce that there's going to be a compilation film coming out that puts together stuff for the first 3 seasons, all packaged nicely together into, like, I think a 2.5-hour movie. And that hasn't come out yet either, to my knowledge. So I'm assuming that's going to come out before season 4 premieres.
Supposedly. I mean,
would hope so.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not like you and I are gonna watch it. Let's be frank.
I mean, I intend to.
Really, you're gonna watch it?
I am, because I've forgotten half of the shit that happened in season 3 by now.
Who's Marco? For nothing.
Who's Marco? But anyway, I wanted to bring that up because it was weird. I'd like to keep myself apprised of things, especially given the climate, of stuff getting delayed constantly this year.
Right. But
anyway.
we're just gonna have to keep an eye on for that, because I don't know. Seems weird.
Should we actually get to the season preview?
Yes, let's do that.
For stuff that's actually on the chart.
For now.
For now.
Corona 2.0 strikes.
Yeah. Well, don't even. So the first thing I want to talk about is a bit of nostalgia bait, admittedly. It's the sequel to Inuyasha. It's called Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, which is kind of a mouthful of a title.
Is that based on a new manga or something by I can't remember the name of her, but the mangaka?
Oh, Rumiko Takahashi, the creator of Inuyasha
and Ranma and Half.
That's
basically created the romantic comedy genre for Japan. But yeah,
yeah, pretty much. I don't know if there's an actual manga I assume if there isn't one already, there will be, but I don't think there is. I think this is being created specifically as an anime. Because I'm looking on AniChart, and it only lists the prequel Inuyasha and the Inuyasha final season TV animes. So I'm assuming that this is gonna be I have to assume that eventually there might be a manga adaptation.
Yeah, I was just curious if it's like based on like something like already existing, but it's like I don't know.
No, okay, it says right here it is an original TV anime, so it doesn't have a source.
Man, it's been so long since Inuyasha. Like I remember watching that as a kid.
I'm super excited because I grew up watching it. It was one of the things I watched, back when it was airing. I think it was on Toonami, if I remember correctly. I used to watch it all the fucking time when I was like 13, 14.
Unfortunately for me, it wasn't one of these shows that got dubbed, so I don't have like an Hebrew dub to show you after we record.
Damn! I've been really excited watching these Hebrew dubs and stuff you've been showing me.
So good.
But one thing I am really happy about is looking at the PV that has been released thus far for it. I'm very happy that although it's a cleaned up version of it, they've gone with a style that's very similar to the original style that Inuyasha had. Nice. Even though that style is a little dated now, I think it helps with the continuity.
Yeah, but also, I don't know, I'm always a sucker for that, like, that just old style of character design, That fucking, somewhat 90s aesthetic, I guess.
I've said it before, like, my favorite anime style, like generalized style of anime, I know you can't see it, but I used air quotes there, was like that late 90s, early 2000s aesthetic, and it's that aesthetic that Studio Trigger does really well now. That's what I fucking love. And
for
this
example,
really...
For example,
well, Inuyasha is a good example.
True.
The original Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, also a good example.
Okay, so like very early 2000s.
Yeah, very early to very late 90s, very early 2000s.
Very early 2000 without the crappy CG.
Well, yeah, God, CG was terrible back then. Never again. Oof. I don't know. I'm super excited for this because it's going to be following the children of the two main characters, Inuyasha and Sesshomaru. And I'm fucking stoked about this. I'm fucking stoked to go back to this world, and I'm just 35 days away.
A part of me really thinks whether I should go back and just enjoy a bit of original Inuyasha, but I checked and it's like 167 episodes. Like, ooh.
Yeah, it's not like a watch you can do in a weekend.
No. You could try, but yeah.
I didn't even think if you watched nonstop, you could get through the entire thing in like 3 days.
Let's not put that to the test.
No, I will not put that to the test at all. But I'm super stoked. I know there's probably a lot of other people out there that are super stoked about this as well. I really hope it's not just a cheap nostalgia grab and there's not an actual story behind this. Although I have faith in the creator of Inuyasha since she's the one writing everything.
Hopefully. All
right, well, what do you got?
I got our good old volleyball team, Haikyuu, is coming back to finish up season 4. How are you caught up on Haikyuu?
I'm not caught up on the anime. No, I actually haven't even started season 4 yet, but I have watched all the way
season
through season 3.
Okay, that's good. Season 4 so far has been fucking great. First half was like, as you would expect after a tournament, it's a bit slower paced, but it's
like a breather arc.
Yeah, but it leads to really cool character development. But yeah, like this second half is going to be absolute bonkers, I'm sure. Like, the last episode that we left on was fucking terrifying because I don't know what's gonna happen next. But yeah, this fucking show, like when I first started watching it, I remember watching the first episode, and not being too impressed at all. Didn't really enjoy Hinata at all. But slowly but surely, and like I just really grew to like the characters, and yeah, now season 4, and with the manga over, I'm hoping that Production IG is actually committed to finishing up this adaptation.
I feel that now that they're 4 seasons into this is pretty much a acknowledgement that they're probably going to do the whole thing. From what I have been told from people who read the manga, I tried to read the manga. It's very badly drawn.
Oh, really?
It's not pretty. From what I've been told by people who have read and finished the manga, there seems to be some consensus that maybe another 36 episodes could finish out the story.
That's like 3 more chords after this one, I suppose. Right?
Yeah.
So people so about 6 seasons, which like that sounds fucking awesome. I'm excited to see like this story comes to a close because I really enjoyed this show so far. It's been really fun.
And I got to be honest with you, this is kind of a theme because here in the summer season, I mean, there's sequels galore airing this season.
Heck, a lot of the sequels were supposed to earlier this year, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of stuff was delayed to summer because of the virus. But as someone who's been an anime fan for a long time, I love the fact that we're actually getting more complete, I use that term loosely, adaptations of manga, and these anime adaptations aren't just, obvious cash grabs to get more people to buy the manga.
Yeah, remember,
or light novels or whatever.
I don't miss the dark days of getting a one-core show that's fucking amazing and never getting a sequel for it in any shape or form. I mean, fucking no game, no life. I mean, aside from the movie.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in a few minutes. Don't you worry.
Ooh, but yeah, it's so satisfying to see these shows actually keep going and get the full adaptation treatment. It's refreshing,
especially once their manga or light novels or whatever they are end.
Yeah,
and it's like I can get a complete adaptation. Spice and Wolf.
Like Haikyuu, for example, took quite of a break between season 3 and 4, and like now, obviously, it was because Production IG just wanted to give the mangaka more time to like keep going with the story and for them to just move on to different projects. And now they're coming back, and it's better than ever. It's really just a really solid season so far.
There's a part of me that thinks that thought that was the idea behind the gap in time between Attack on Titan season 1 and the further seasons. But now that
I don't even know,
it's just said, fuck this shit, we're out. I'm like, bitch, why did you even do the first season?
I mean, understandably, let's not get into it again. But they didn't get shit money for that.
That's true. It's very true.
Those poor people. Anyway,
Anyway, I guess we can move on now. I mean, I'm super stoked for Haikyuu. It is probably one of, if not the most solid sports anime out there.
Dude, you're gonna have.
If you haven't, I want to say this. If you haven't given Haikyuu a shot yet, and you like sports anime, do yourself a favor. You'll just give it a shot. You'll love it.
You're missing out on really fucking good OPs.
That's true. And cute boys.
You're gonna have a really good time binging that first half.
I'm sure. I've been told that the first 4 or 5 episodes is basically a slice of life.
To some extent, but they're really good. They're solid, just solid, man. Anyway,
all right. I'm gonna breeze right through this next thing I want to talk about because it is the 3rd season of Danmachi. I know. I cannot objectively say that Danmachi is good. I completely agree.
Can you, with a straight face, actually try to sell me on this thing? Because I know nothing about
Danmachi?
This. Yeah.
Yes, I can sell you on it with one word: Hestia.
It's just a string. It's just a string. Like, come on.
Listen. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's not a good show.
Look at this fucking poster. She's not even top billing in the poster.
I mean, we're not going to talk about
that. Anyway.
But no, I mean, I like Danmachi because it's harmless, turn off your brain high fantasy. It's not even high fantasy. It's lowbrow fantasy. And I don't know. I just have fun when I watch it. Admittedly, the 2nd season was a bit boring, especially the first half. But I grew to like it by the end, of course. I genuinely don't know why I love Danmachi so much, but I fucking do. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this season because the new girl, of course it's a girl, because God, we don't have enough fucking random women lusting after Belle. Did he find some girl that was born in the dungeon and now he's got to keep her safe?
Hey, I mean, it gets me into JC staff, I guess. It's like, you guys enjoy it. I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all.
I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up because
you like what
I'm
you
definitely
like.
going to be watching it. Huh?
You like what you like. That's all I'm going to say.
And I will say that there's a somewhat morbid, I guess might be the right word, curiosity of why I'm watching it, because in the first season, Hestia's boobs were sizable, but they weren't overly distracting. They did bounce around a lot, but they weren't overly distracting. In the 2nd season, they definitely got bigger for some reason. I really want to see if in the 3rd season they get even bigger.
They just know their audience, dude. I mean,
I don't know. It's fun to watch. It's gonna be a guessing game when I watch that first episode. Are her boobs bigger? Who knows? Let's find out. Next
time on Dragon Ball Z.
Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. You're going to talk about a movie next.
Is it a movie or I think it's an OVA technically?
Yes.
Right?
Oh, is it an OVA?
I think it's split into a few. I think it's split into a few episodes. I might be wrong.
According to AnyChart, it is listed under movie.
It is a movie, but I don't know how. Probably Crunchyroll is gonna split it apart. I don't know, but
anyway, tell us what it is.
Speaking of more oldies making a comeback, Taita Kubo, the fucking legend who wrote, Bleach. He has a new project. I haven't read it, but he not too long ago released a one-shot called Burn the Witch, and apparently it's getting an anime adaptation by Studio Colorido, which I haven't checked yet what they've done before, but they've done a few things, most recently Penguin Highway, which I haven't seen, but I've heard it's a solid movie. It
is a solid movie. I have.
Oh, you watched it?
It's very good.
Nice. It's So I don't know much about the studio itself, but yeah, it's based on his work. And say what you will about Taita Kubo and his writing. I'm Bleach wasn't good, but the fucking character designs carry that show so hard, dude. And just
also, sorry to interrupt you. It's also worth noting that Studio Colorido, however the hell you say it. They also recently did A Whisker Away, which is that movie that Mario Kada wrote.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
And that is also pretty good and animated very well.
So yeah, I'm excited to see that. It's always nice to like see an artist that's been like I don't want to say locked, but obligated to like a certain project for such a long time, like break away and do something completely different. And just based on
Locked
like,
into it, you mean slowly destroying it?
I mean, let's not talk about Shonen Jump and their policies. But anyway, I absolutely adore the character designs, and it looks so good. I'm really excited to give it a watch and see like what he has in store. Even if it's not that well written, if it has like really cool characters and just awesome action, I'm on board. I'm really excited to see what he comes up with.
I'm the uncreative naming that they have in this. Only
What?
inhabitants of reverse London who live in the hidden reverse side of London can see dragons.
That's the name of the city?
It's reverse London, and it's in caps, so I have to assume that's the name of the city.
Oh.
How uncreative is that naming, though?
I
will say, I watched the PV. I don't know if you did.
I haven't.
But there's a part of it, like the animation sort of gives off like a little bit of Little Witch Academia vibes. So I'm thinking maybe they're not going to be super serious with the story.
I mean, when you look, at least the key visual looks really it really pops. It's colorful. It looks like somewhat whimsical. So yeah, I'm not going in expecting something like, that's going to fucking rock my world and my ideologies. I'm looking just for a good time. Because let's be honest, like the best part of Bleach, aside from Soul Society arc, was the beginning, which was really a pretty fun monster of the week sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then Soul Society took that and just built on it, and so I do think Kubo has in him to write something that's like really just solid and interesting, and so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, this is a movie, so it's gonna have probably like a 2-hour runtime or something like that. I'm assuming.
Most likely.
So it's not like he has a whole lot of time to screw it up.
I'm sort of thinking like do something like just a solid package.
It is fun seeing a blast from the past like Kubo just come out and like, hey guys, I'm back.
Yeah.
Did you miss me?
I mean, again,
no,
with those
go
character
back to
designs,
your hole, man. We didn't miss you at all.
What a cunt. Anyway,
that's don't wear it out.
That's my like 5 minutes on Burn the Witch.
All right. Well, I'm going to be also very quick with this next one because I know you haven't seen it, but I'm just going to say Golden Kamui.
Alex, I'm getting attacked by a CG bear.
Oh, shut up. You stupid CGI bear. I wish it was
the only thing I know about that show.
Nah, the 3rd season of Golden Kamui is coming out next season, and I could not be happier. Natai, you, and so many other people are sleeping on Golden Kamui. You need to fucking watch it. Listen, if you like JoJo's, give this a shot.
I'll probably watch it
someday.
There's
no stands and like crazy fucking like supernatural battles, but my god, is it just fun action.
I mean, sure. I'll watch it someday.
I'm super stoked about this. Like, it's fucking Golden Kamui. It's Sugimoto being Sugimoto.
Is Sugimoto the main character?
Yes.
Okay. What's about?
He's the one that kind of looks like Jotaro a little bit with the giant scar on his face.
I was about to ask the Jotaro-looking fella.
Yes. And it's also, I mean, like Golden Kamui takes place in an era of Japanese history that isn't really talked about after the Russo-Japanese War, and it's really cool because like that was the first time in history that a Asian power defeated a European power in a war, and it's fun to watch that whole political strife shown in a fictional setting like this.
Neat.
I don't know. I fucking love Golden Kamui, and so many people like either didn't watch it or like you, they saw the CGI bear in the first episode of season 1. It's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
I mean, it helps that now there are like 3 seasons, so it feels like I have something to dig into, but not, So maybe we'll see.
I don't know. I'm fucking psyched.
Psyched.
I'm stoked and psyched. I'm psyched.
Your stonks are psyched.
My stonks are psyched. And like all the people are back doing the same studios, so it'll probably look just as good. Shut up about the damn CGI bear, though, Natai. Watch Golden Kamui. I fucking want to do an episode of the podcast about this show at some point.
Maybe one day I'll be bored and just binge it. We'll see.
Wow. Anyway,
I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded.
Talk to me about Jujutsu.
So, Jujutsu Kaisen, your latest and greatest from Shonen Jump Weekly. Haven't read the manga, as usual. As usual, I haven't read the manga. But the art looks metal as fuck. I really dig the aesthetic that the manga has, and like from the key visual itself. Interestingly, so Mappa is the studio behind this one, and specifically the team that worked on this are going to work on, and are currently working on, Attack on Titan Season 4. So this is kind of exciting to me. I'm really curious to see how this project turned out.
Oh man, I'm if it has PowerPoint animation in it, I'm so looking forward to Attack on Titan.
Shush! This is my time now. Have you been watching God of High School, by the way?
I have not, and I have absolutely no plans to.
Okay.
It mashes together two things I have no interest in at the moment.
Like, I mean,
Shonen
I haven't
and tournament arcs.
I haven't myself, but from what it seems like at least the first few episodes were pretty solid. After that, I haven't like kept up with the show. But apparently, the director of God of High School is also the director of this one. So, guy's busy. And so yeah, I'm super excited to like go into this one again blind, see like crazy powers, crazy systems, to see what they can do with the classic shonen formula and stuff. And again, the aesthetic itself looks pretty fucking metal. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see.
I love the first line of the synopsis. A boy fights for the right death. How fucking edgy.
Dude, pour that edginess all over me right now.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm really curious to see how this one turns out.
I will say I might, knowing that a vast majority of the staff are also working on Attack on Titan Season 4, I might watch this out of just curiosity for how they're handling animation in this.
Also, I mean, I haven't watched that as well, but I think most of the staff from Dore Hodoro is working on this one. So, I mean, you watched it?
No, but I just couldn't bring myself to when I saw the teaser visuals.
I'll check it out. But yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what's up with this one.
All right. Well, Natai, remember a few minutes ago when I said we'd talk about No Game, No Life? We're about to. Because I want to talk about the Irregular Magic High School Season 2. And I want to say that... Well, there will be that, but I have to say the wrong Madhouse anime from 2014 got a second season.
Is it also by Madhouse?
Clearly it should have belonged to No Game, No Life.
Oh my god, it's not by Madhouse.
No, the second season is being done by 8-Bit, which makes this even a little bit better. I mean, to their credit, they did do Slime Tensei, and they are doing Slime Tensei Season 2.
They also did Rewrite, which was a piece of shit, but yeah.
I mean, they've done some other stuff too. Infinite Stratos, oh god.
What was that about? That's a name that keeps coming up every now and then.
I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna tap my nose and move on with that one.
Fair.
I mean, the problem is that I just don't care. Like, I watched the Irregular Magic High School back in 2014. I thought it was okay. I mean, I didn't think it was anything special, but I don't care. Like, after all this time that it's getting a second season.
It's
like I said, I want a second season of No Game, No Life. Why can't that get a fucking second season? Like,
so, yeah, keep going, sorry.
I know, it's like, what the fuck?
So, like, I honestly I know nothing about that show except for one clip, but I'll talk about it after this question. Like, is it one of those type of shows that like the fucking light novels that like got so popular after SAO? Like, you say 2014, like that's almost SAO territory. Honestly,
I don't know, because I really didn't
like OP,
read a whole lot of
MC,
light novels
like the harem bullshit, all that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly got those vibes to it, but I don't really recall because I didn't read a whole lot of light novels back then, and I didn't really pay attention to them. But I would kind of assume so because it is, like you say, it's around the same time frame of, Sword Art Online, in which really, I mean, people will say that Sword Art Online isn't like an isekai or anything, but it certainly popularized this whole thing of the like.
It gave a big fucking boom to like light novels as a whole.
Well, yes, it did.
And and shows based on light novels.
What would you call Kirito as a character? Like, what is his character archetype?
None.
I mean, we can go with that, sure.
Edgy boy with a sword, that's it.
I don't know, whatever you would call, like...
White Knight, I don't know, dude.
Sure, White Knight, that's actually not bad. I'll go with that, sure. Soy boy, White Knight.
Soy boy.
I don't know, I could certainly see that it probably got really popular after Sword Art Online came out and people got really big into light novels. Yeah, I mean, for as much as we really shit on Sword Art Online, one thing we can say is that it really popularized light novels in the West.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this just irks me because the wrong Madhouse anime from back then got a second season. And I'm still waiting for season 2 of No Game No Life.
One day.
Anyway, what you got?
And for now, for something completely different. Akudama Drive. This one is actually an original show, which like from the get-go like caught my eye because whenever I see original, like okay, fucking give it to me. Studio Pierrot of all studios. Now, in terms of like
how much screaming is in this?
Only time will tell. Now, in terms of the staff itself, I know almost nothing of the work, except the director did direct 2 movies of the Persona 3 movies, which were surprisingly fucking great. So, I mean, that gives me a bit of hope.
It's funny you say that because I watched the PV and I thought, God, this looks like a fucking trailer for a Persona game.
Really? Like, yes. The vibe I get from, at least from the poster, it seems like a type of ensemble show. And yeah, again, mostly because it's just an original. I'm just super curious about it because whenever, it's always intriguing to see like what a studio can come up with without source material, and some of like the greatest shows of all time are in original works. So it always like cross my fingers that maybe this is the one to fucking just take my breath away. So
I'm always super excited to try out anime originals, and I've said it for a little while now that I think that anime needs to start, or anime studios need to start gravitating more towards this, and not forcing themselves to be so tethered to the manga industry and the light novel industry, and let the people that work for them be creative.
Yeah. So hopefully this one turns out okay. Hopefully.
Apparently, the creator of this also worked on Danganronpa.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, it's this fucker. Right. Interesting.
It looks interesting. The concept is kind of I mean, maybe they're just not selling it very well in the synopsis.
The synopsis is not doing a good job of like selling it all, but just like, I mean, the key visual has an aesthetic. It doesn't look bland, I guess. So I'm curious.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's definitely got this like bleak vibe to it. Like this,
but
is
like
a
the sort of
world.
neon coloring also kind of pops, and I like that. So
yeah,
it caught my eye.
Yeah, I mean, it just essentially looks like it's going to be like a crime drama almost. Like that, just instead of following like law enforcement, it's going to follow the criminals.
Yeah,
which, I mean, hey, it worked for The Sopranos.
Hey, Tony, hey.
All right,
what you got?
All right, next I have, well, speaking of a blast from the past, which we've had, Princess Ab Demon and Irregular Magic High School, I'm going to talk about Higarashi. Higarashi is coming back, and kind of like the Fruits Basket remake from 2019. That's exactly what we have here. This is going to be a remake of the original Higarashi from Studio Dean. Fuck you,
You say that,
Dean.
but it's like a pretty fucking popular show, right?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty iconic.
It has a
for its
cult
time.
following.
Certainly. It would probably have a larger following if it were ever, well, back in the day, easier to find. Because
I don't know where it's streamed nowadays, honestly.
It might actually be on Funimation now. I don't know that for a fact, so don't quote me. But for a long time, the only way you could get it or watch it was to buy DVDs and Blu-rays. But anyway, yeah, so this is going to be a remake of the original Higurashi, and it is being done by, this time, Passion.
They make some good stuff.
Who earlier this year did what I'm still going to say, at least as of now, is my pick for Anime of the Year, Interspecies Reviewers.
The fucking legends.
Actually,
they worked on Citrus. Didn't you watch that shit?
I did watch Citrus. And I've also read Citrus. It's a trip. The anime is not that great.
I'm sure.
But anyway.
You watched the original, by the way?
I did. I loved the original. Although they did kind of modify some stuff from the visual novel, which I've also played the visual novel this is based off of. My thing is, so the original Higurashi came out in 2006, right? And back then, that whole thing of like moe character designs, but oh my god, there's some ultra violence going on, like that was unheard of, right? Like we think of things now like Madoka and like, I don't know, Happy Sugar Life, and I don't know what else. School Live is another
School Live, yeah.
Live Live, whatever the fuck it's called.
Gakugureshi.
That, thank you. Like that's kind of been done now, and it's, I won't say lost its luster is not the right phrase, but it's not gonna surprise anyone anymore. Like when Madoka came out, that was shocking to everyone because not only was it like physically violent, it was psychologically violent.
Also, like Madoka had this fucking insane marketing behind it that were like, oh,
that's
look at this fucking cute show.
Yeah, because of Studio Shaft. Yes.
Yeah.
But when this came out in 2006, it shocked everyone because there's like these really cute loli moe designs, but yet there's this ultra violence going on around them, and blood and guts and gore and all kinds of like really disturbing imagery. But then I think since Madoka, since all these things that have had this cute moe aesthetic, but also the ultra violence, I don't know if this is going to hit the same way it would have back then.
I mean, a good story hits no matter what, even if you know the ending, because it's still a good story.
Yes.
So, I mean, and honestly, I'm sure there are like a shit ton of people who still haven't watched it, the original. I mean, I haven't. I watched a good friend of mine.
True.
A good friend of mine tried to get me to watch the show, and so I watched the first episode and didn't really feel it. Like it's very cutesy on purpose because you need to do that in order to get to to like fucked up stuff. But like also I think it's a bit daunting because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there are like 3 or 4 seasons of Higurashi, or like at least like there are like follow-up series and stuff. Like it's, I'm pretty sure.
It's really weird because there's like oh god, there's some stuff I can't say without spoiling things.
Yeah, there's like
yes, there are multiple seasons. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, there are multiple seasons, and it's a bit daunting to get into because like
there's also like manga side series and like spin-offs, and
yeah,
it's a whole thing.
The question will be whether this show sort of like I generally don't like to refer to it like that, but will it replace the original show, or will it be like a good like just I guess a companion piece? How is it gonna turn out in the end? You know?
I have a feeling that this is going to be a
definitive show.
A complete adaptation in the same way that last year's Fruits Basket which is still airing.
Yeah, still going strong, it seems.
Has done, where it's literally a from start to finish complete adaptation. That's what I suspect is going to be done with this.
We'll see. It's interesting to see.
I'm really curious to see. Like, I think, like you say, it's going to draw in some new people who probably never saw the original. Especially since there's a lot more anime fans around now. There's going to be people who never even heard of the original that might watch this.
Also, this is going to be I would assume streamed on different platforms, which the original isn't. So
yeah, I think it's already been licensed by Funimation, if I'm not mistaken. Let's hope it's up to their fucking standards.
Hey, Funimation, thanks for letting me use your player. Oh, wait, I can't because I'm not in the States. Fuck you.
But anyway, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this lands, because I loved it back in the day. A lot of people were really freaked out by it, but ended up loving it. So we'll see how it plays in the current climate. I'm waiting for Twitter to have a fucking uproar about lolis killing each other.
No one ever gave me a good reason to use Twitter, just saying.
Anyway, that's what I got for that. What do you got next?
Okay, so this seems like a smart type of show, more kind of chill. Brains Base of all studios. Fumetsu no Anata-e, or whatever, otherwise known as To Your Eternity. So, this one is based on a manga which is still ongoing.
Oh, I know this. Show tried to get me to watch this. Or not watch this. Read the manga that this is based off of.
Really?
I haven't read it yet.
Oh.
But he was talking to me about it, and he says he really likes it.
Well, there you go. I know nothing about this. I don't know where this came from. Poster looks really cool. I wonder if this is like going to like sort of episodic, just kind of this guy and his big cute fluff wolf next to him just chilling, or is it like a serialized type of story? But yeah, I just kind of from the key visual, it kind of struck me as just something. It seems really really chill and very calming. Apparently the guy who directed has worked on several episodes of Serial Experiment Lane, so make of that whatever you will.
Oh, Lord.
And a shit ton of Naruto episodes. So,
well, I will say one thing that strikes me here as I'm looking at it. One of the tags for this is tragedy, so I'm prepared for tears.
No. Oh, right. There's a dog. Oh no, it's gonna be this kind of show.
Well, hold on. It's not written by. It's not written by the fucking writer for JoJo's, man.
I mean,
the dog might survive.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't count on it. I honestly wouldn't. But yeah, I don't have much to say. It's for some reason it's listed as 20 episodes, but ever since seeing Yesterday for Me, I don't know what to make of these type of episode numbers. I don't
trust that, because
I don't trust that.
What is some of this?
Yeah,
I was promised, what was it, like 18 episodes?
18 episodes? Nope. So I don't know why it's listed as 20. Maybe it's like a few OVAs, but anyway, seems interesting. Like I'm curious.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely check this one out too. It seems like it's going to be sort of a mystery element to this as well, because both the main character and the dog that he finds, or the wolf that he finds rather, they seem to have a complicated backstory behind both of them. So should be interesting.
Yeah. So again, based on absolutely nothing aside from the poster, it seems like I'm curious. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, the next one I want to talk about is Tonikaku Kawaii.
Bless you.
The English title is Fly Me to the Moon. There's also a gnat in my face. Go the fuck away, gnat. So I just kind of wanted to bring this up. Number one, because the main character's name is NASA.
Excuse me?
Yes. It's N-A-S-A.
I'm opening the page right now.
N-A-S-A. Yuzaki, and his name is apparently written with the characters for Starry Sky, which is appropriate that he's named NASA.
Japan never change.
So I was kind of prepared to take a shit on this because the setup to this kind of sounds really silly. It's about a guy who wants to confess his love to this girl,
Aww.
but he gets hit by a fucking car.
I was not ready for
That's
that.
what it says. It's like this is literally what it says. For NASA, it feels like destiny is finally calling out to him that he will have a girlfriend. But things take a turn for the worse when NASA is hit by a car and unable to attend his entrance exams. Oh my god.
Truckun strikes again.
Yeah, it's not an isekai. However, one of the tags in it is iyashike, which is one of my favorite slice of life subgenres.
I mean, how many of Yashikes start with the main character getting run over by a car?
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Yeah, that doesn't seem Yashike-esque.
Oh, but it gets better. It gets better. Let me just keep reading this. After Tsukasa, that's the girl's name, helps the injured NASA. It's probably pronounced NASA, but I'm gonna say NASA. He confesses his feelings to her, and she agrees to go out with him, but, and here's the kicker, only if NASA agrees to marry her first.
Isn't he dead?
No, he just gets hit by a car. He didn't die.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming he breaks a few fucking bones. I don't know, this seems like a really weird premise, but, you know, whatever.
Like, I mean, from the key visual, it seems like it's potentially could be sweet? Maybe?
I would like to say this is also one of the Crunchyroll originals. So Crunchyroll is one of the producers of it. So, take that for what it is, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up because there's a lot of really like what the fuck kind of things going on with this. The character's name is NASA.
7 Arcs. What studio is that? I don't know him.
What have they done?
Not a whole lot that I know of.
They've done some. They did Maho Shoujo Lyrico and Nanaha, which that's a thing.
I don't know much to say.
They did Sekirei? Oh my god.
You watched Sekirei?
I did, sadly. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because there's just a lot of weird things about this. So we can move on now. I'll probably watch it, though, just to take the piss out of it.
I mean, might surprise you. We'll see.
Maybe. Oh, Natai, I think I know why you want to watch this one.
You ready for Sport Climbing Girls? Japan just fucking strikes again. They gave us... They just think of anything. We have cute boys playing volleyballs. We have cute girls going to the gym. Now we have cute girls fucking rock climbing. Oh, never change. So, Iwa Kakeru Sport Climbing Girls, yes, is coming out. Now, I got a kick out of that news because a good friend of mine is actually sport climbing as a hobby. So the moment I saw that headline, I forwarded it to him. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to watch it just as a fun show, and then maybe just discuss with him like the intricacies of sport climbing because it is a cool sport. And interestingly enough, the director worked on a shit ton of Gundam shows, it seems, which is like interesting.
I want to point out, so the studio that's making this is
Blade,
called Blade, which I've never heard of, and they haven't really done a whole lot. But one of the producers of this anime is Wit Studio,
which is really strange. You imagine like Imaishi just like being like reading this manga, it's like, oh, sugoi.
Yeah. I mean, that's Trigger, but yes.
So yeah, this looks really fun. I really like the girls look really cute, but
I know that's why you watched it, or why you want to watch this, because
let's be honest.
No, hold on. Just looking at the teaser visual, there's a lot of visible muscle on these girls.
Yep.
Don't act like you're not into that.
Guilty as charged, but yeah. Looks pretty cool. Also, one of the main characters, the same actress that voices, what the fuck is her name from Shimoneta? Panty Girl. Can't remember. Main character.
Oh fuck, what is her name?
What was her name?
Panty Girl. That's all I keep coming up with. I know that's not her name.
At least I think this is that character, but
what is her name? I'm so old.
Anyway.
Fuck. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I knew exactly when you wrote this down. I went and looked at it. It's like, I know why he put this down.
Yeah, hopefully it's good, but I'm excited. Just
Is
Japan.
On a second note, like, is rock climbing actually that popular?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Is it really?
I mean, fuck yeah! It's like rock climbing is really big. And...
I don't know. Maybe it's because I live in a place that has no mountains.
No, it's also like you have like in gyms you have these like fucking walls that you can climb.
I know,
like,
rock climbing walls, and I see people do it, but from time to time. But I didn't know that it was like a really popular.
No, it's an actual sport. Like sport climbing is like really big and it's really really cool. So I'm super excited to like again. It's really super specific because I know of it through really good friends of mine. So it caught me by surprise that like there's a show about it that's coming out. But yeah, I'm super curious just for shits and giggles. It looks like a good time.
All right then.
So, yeah.
Well, good luck with that. All right. Well, the next one I want to talk about is an anime called Atachito Shimamura. So Adachi and Shimamura. And Natai, if you know anything about me, you know exactly why I chose this one because it's a Yuri romance.
Isn't actually Yuri romance?
It has the tag. I'm going with it. It's probably gonna suck because like 99% of all Yuri romances suck.
Tezuka Productions, I'm so disappointed with you.
Hey, there's no need for that kind of language. They did Dororo. We don't.
Also, Kids on the Slope.
Did they? Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, they made some good shit.
Actually, well,
also it's Tezuka Productions, so they go way back.
Dororo was a joint production between Mappa and Tezuka.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. Okay.
Anyway, so I look at this and like, yeah, this setup is fucking typical. Truant girl skipping class, finds some other girl in a gym loft. How posh is your school if it has a gym loft, by the way? Now, I like how it's like they meet each other and a friendship is born, and then the very next sentence, except now Adachi is having dreams about kissing her and doesn't know what that means. What? Lesbians?
Dude, this should be classified as fucking hentai. They can't kiss.
I'd like to point out in the teaser visual, their hands are very close together.
So close. Hold that hand.
I like how this because they're in high school. They're in fucking high school, and this is written as if they have
like
no concept of what. Huh?
Like every other Japanese show.
Well, yes, but this synopsis is written as if these people have no concept of what sex even is.
Let's be honest. Most shows like approach high schoolers like that. Like they have no idea. Like they all of them are super horny and they have no idea of what sex is and what it's supposed to be.
And they've never even thought about touching their own peepees.
They've never even thought about holding hands with someone else.
That's true. So lewd. Also, this anime is going to have what looks to be a Chuni character in it, so I'm fucking sold. Yuri romance and a Chuni character, fucking sign me the fuck up.
Okay.
That's all I got, though. It's Yuri romance. It's probably gonna suck.
What happened to that one show from this season with the baseball girls that was supposedly Yuri? Huh, Alex? What happened with that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. You were
super excited for it's Yuri.
It was a dumpster fire, but I watched the entire thing. I think I gave it like a 6 or 7. Mostly because those thighs were thick.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Was it Yuri bait or not?
It was hella Yuri bait. Yes.
I fucking told you. Anyway, back to something. I don't even know if I should say normal. They're making an anime about Moriarty. Yep, that Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes, that guy. So Production IG are making an adaptation of manga, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, a manga. and starring Moriarty, the classic Sherlock Holmes villain, and like that's pretty much the only reason I took notice of that, because I'm sure it's gonna be stupid as hell. But and also, I mean, it's production IG, so you know, I'm sure production wise it's gonna be pretty stellar. So yeah, I'm curious to see how ridiculous this show is gonna get. Like, I'm not walking in with any expectations of it actually being good, just ridiculous as fuck.
I'm just so I noticed that Sherlock Holmes is also a character in this. I would be disappointed if he weren't. I'm wondering just exactly how. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be faithful at all to the Sherlock Holmes stories.
No way.
I'm just wondering like how much from those stories are they actually going to borrow and put into this? Because I genuinely love the Sherlock Holmes mysteries.
Yeah, for sure.
They're fucking amazing. If you've never read them, it's one of the great like murder mystery stories in English literature. You should definitely read them. But and I'd love to see a Japanese adaptation of those at some point. But I feel like this is gonna be just they're gonna borrow the characters and the names and the places and the settings, and they're just gonna write their own stories around it, which is okay.
Yeah. It's interesting. From the synopsis, it seems like the show will focus more on Moriarty and his family, and oh, excuse me. And aside from that, like putting Moriarty as the main character, like sort of making him the detective, I guess. So maybe it'll be good. I don't think so. Like it's called Moriarty the Patriot. I don't think it's gonna be like an actual great show. It's just gonna be probably just a dumb fun show. But
it's funny because Moriarty refers to himself as a patriot in the Sherlock Holmes stories.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's just I find it's such a dumb name. I don't know. I find it really funny.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'll probably give this a watch if for no other reason than Moriarty looks fucking hot as hell.
Oh, every time. Why am I surprised? But also, like, one more thing to, like, I kind of want to make note of is, like, the composer is the same person that did the Haikyuu OST to some extent, at least a part of it. Yeah.
Well, that should be hype.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think she worked with Yuki Hayashi. I might be wrong. But yeah, should be pretty dope. I'm excited.
All right. Well, the next one I got. Get your tissue boxes ready, boys and girls.
Ew.
We have Kami-sama ni Nata Hi, or The Day I Became a God. This is
original.
the... Huh?
Keep going, sorry.
Oh. Yes, it is. It's an anime original, yes. This is the third team-up between Key, Aniplex, and PA Works on an anime project written by Jun Maeda. The last two were Angel Beats and Charlotte. And just judging from what I've seen so far with the PV and the synopsis that I've read, I will prepare to cry. Because I have no doubt that about at the 3/4 mark of this story, knowing Jun Maeda's writing, there's going to be some fucking tragic reveal that's going to absolutely break me.
Oh, wait. Is the son of a bitch that wrote Clannad. Fucking asshole.
Yes.
It's gonna be that kind of show, huh?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I can sense your excitement.
I'm hella excited to watch this. I just know I'm going to cry while I do. I mean, it's... The synopsis, I mean, it's about a guy who's going through his last summer vacation at high school. He meets a girl who proclaims herself to be an all-knowing god and tells him that the world's going to end in 30 days. And he's like, fuck off. And then she's like, no, watch this. Poof. And she shows him her powers. And he's like, holy fuck. You know what you're talking about. I love this line, though, in the synopsis. It says, and then she decides to live at his home for some reason. Anyway,
maybe.
The synopsis ends with the phrase, thus begins an eventful summer before the end of the world. So fucking I know this is going to break me in 83 different pieces. Also, one of the supporting characters is voiced by Yui Ishikawa, so you sound angelic.
God bless you, Ishikawa. What's up with the side note? What's the side with the Violet Evergarden movie? When is that supposed to come out?
Allegedly, it's coming out during this season. I forget the exact date. I could look it up.
I wish I looked up how long it took for Netflix to put the Violet Evergarden side story on Netflix on their site, because I'd assume that would be around the same time it'll take them to put the movie.
I would assume so, yes. Yeah. Although they might put it in theaters as well.
I mean, Corona, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah. But anyway, that's the day I became a god. Keep a tissue box handy, because you're probably going to need it.
Okay. Sounds good. I have a few more shows just to go through them real quick, because there's not much to talk about, honestly. The first one is titled IWGP.
You missed one on your top list.
Really? Which one?
Noblesse.
Oh, right. Okay. I honestly, I don't have much to say about this one, aside from it's another manhwa adaptation. Which...
No, you gotta say it right. It's manhwa. If John were here, he would be pissing. He'd be taking the piss out of you.
Another production IG show, which again seems pretty cool. I'm getting big edgy vibes from this one. So yeah,
did you say etchy or edgy?
Edgy.
I thought you said etchy.
You're looking for the etchy where it doesn't exist.
Of course. I'm always looking for the etchy. You know me by now.
So, yeah, Noblesse. It's a manhwa, so that's always interesting to see how we're getting more and more adaptation of those types of works, which is great. I'm super happy with that. But yeah, we'll see. Probably super powered protagonist, really dumb fights.
One of the main characters named Frankenstein.
Obviously.
Okay, then.
Also, apparently it's the same director as the Legend of the Galactic Heroes reboot, I guess.
And that was pretty good.
Yeah, you watched it, so...
I did, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah, so it has potential to be like better than just something average. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out on that. I'm curious.
All right.
That's all.
Do you want me to go ahead with my next one, or do you want to talk about Ikebukuro?
Just real quick. It's Doga Kobo, which left us with a bit of a dry mouth, let's say, after seeing yesterday for me. Seems like just a gang show. That's all I got. Ganga. I think that.
I'll tell you what. Just the name Ikebukuro just gives me huge Durarara vibes already. But then looking at the PV and the teaser visual, I'm like, maybe this is just like a Durarara like clone.
We'll see. Like, I think the thing that caught my eye with this one is basically it's based on a much older manga. It's a manga that ran from 2001 to 2004, and it's quite short. It's only 4 volumes long. So I'm guessing we're getting another full adaptation, which again,
I would assume
that's
so.
great. I'm all for that. So we'll see. On the surface, it seems like just a gang show, but maybe it'll be more than that. So
they're gonna be gangsters.
Gangsters.
There isn't an episode count listed, so if it's like 12 episodes, that's an awful lot to ask to squeeze 4 volumes into 12 episodes, but it could be done.
Yeah, it's doable. I think it's doable.
All right. Well, I will talk about Is the Order a Rabbit? Bloom.
Is it?
I don't know. Ask John. So this is another.
What was the name of that stupid show that you kept trying to push to like sneak into every recording with the art club?
Oh, this art club has a problem. I miss those days when I used to reference that every single episode.
Every single episode. God damn it.
I still stand by that. It was a huge guilty pleasure I was airing, and I still recommend it to people now.
Haven't watched it. Fucking banger of an OP though.
Yes. But anyway, so yeah, this is this is the third season of Is the Order a Rabbit. Again, another show that's kind of been away for a little while, getting an additional season. That it's cute as fuck. If you haven't seen it, it's a great slice of life with tons of cute girls doing very cute things. And one of the main characters is literally named Cappuccino. Cappuccino.
Stop.
Cappuccino. It's fucking cute.
Done.
It's
I'm
cute
done.
girls doing cute things. I mean, it's my thing. That's all I got to say about it.
Moving on.
Yes, please.
Okay, before I get to the real show I want to talk about, there's a real quick, just a quickie. I want to get in there. So Tyson Samurai, it's another original by Studio Mappa of all studios. So it's about this gymnastics guy that retires, and then something happens, I guess, because the story needs to happen. And not a whole lot to for me to say aside from that. Again, original, so I'm curious to see. And the director done almost nothing aside from this, so...
Oh, that's not a good sign.
I don't know, what's this thingy he worked on? It's Eureka 7 High Evolution 1. Eureka 7 movie. I don't know.
Okay.
Know that.
I mean...
I honestly have no expectation of this one. It's just, again, I'm happy there are more original shows this season. So we'll see. Maybe it'll turn out good.
It's set in 2002 and is about the Japanese national men's gymnastics team.
Dude.
This means we'll probably see lots of cute guys with their shirts off.
Dude, don't you know how fucking guys can do just a shit ton of flips? They're way better than the girls' gymnastics. Fuck all of that stupid baby shit. This is some real men's gymnastics.
It's a shame the Olympics were canceled.
Well, you know.
Shit happens. Alright. So the next one I want to talk about, oh god. I'm going to jail. I want to talk about where the fuck
FBI, open up!
I want to talk about Rail Romanesque. Romanesque? I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
Romanesque?
But anyway, this is going to be a TV short. Each episode's only going to be 5 minutes long. But it's fucking full of lolis. What the fuck?
I'm out. I'm done. Stand up. This is not...
Yeah. No, so... And the thing that's... It's crazy. It's just a bunch of lolis. The teaser visual is a bunch of lolis standing on the train platform. And then I scroll down and I see the tags, or the genres that it's tagged in, and one of them is sci-fi. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? What is sci-fi about this? I have to know.
The lollies are aliens.
You've cracked the code.
Okay. This is my last
That's all I got for this. I mean, it's a TV short. Each episode's 5 minutes. I'll give it my time. I fucking love lolis, man.
Okay, fuck that shit, though. This is the last one I got for you. I saved the best for last. Okay, you ready?
I think you'll find I saved the best for last, but...
No, that's a fucking kids show.
Oh
Kimetsu
my...
no Yaiba. What is that shit? Fucking shonen. Let me hit you with some real hardcore shit, dude. So... Oh god. Kimi to boku no saigo no senju, arui wa sekai ga hajimaru seisen. Fucking
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit indeed. AKA Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World. So, I'm so fucking the key visual just screams, oh, it's so fucking edgy. It cuts me through the internet into my soul. Oh my god. It doesn't need a sword. Just with that title can cut anything. And the fucking, you seen this shit? Look at this fucking poster. It's like this fucking Kirito guy and this big tits Asuna behind him. This is the most light novel, not necessarily isekai, but just that kind of light novel to the extreme. I haven't watched it yet, but what's it called? A Misfit of Demon Academy or whatever that's airing right now. People say how fucking bonkers and... Oh no, actually I'm thinking of something else. From a different season. But anyway, it's like, just look at this edgy bullshit. It's so. Look at it. It's the most cookie cutter, but somehow blown to the extremes type of thing it can be. It seems. I haven't checked out the PV. Honestly, I don't know if I'm even gonna watch the show. Probably not. But I saw the poster and I couldn't.
I have seen the PV. I'll save you your brain cells a little bit of trouble. Don't.
What was the animation like though? Because Silver Link made good stuff, right?
I mean, it looked fine. I mean, but story wise, go somewhere else.
I mean, obviously, but just I love how we still get these just super edgy, dumb shows that I wish I could remember that one show I'm thinking of. Oh fuck, with it. What was the name of it? Assassin's Pride, that one. So from like fall, just the most edgy teenage crap. I get a good laugh out of it. What can I say?
If nothing else, it could make for a great drinking game. Every time it references SAO, take a shot.
Maybe we should watch the first episode. I don't even know, man. I don't know.
Oh Lord.
Like,
oh God.
I mean, when I look at this, the only saving grace, let's be honest, is gonna be like the two main characters are voiced both by Yusuke Kobayashi, aka motherfucking Subaru, and Sora Amamiya, which is Aqua. So there's that.
That I don't think that's gonna save it though.
No, it's not gonna save it, but it's just gonna make it something. I don't know.
All right. Well, I kind of wanted to finish off with something that was stupid, but I actually am going to finish off with something that I think a lot of people are genuinely looking forward to, myself included, and that is the Demon Slayer movie. That is going to be shut up. That is going to be adapting the Infinity Train arc. I think it's safe to say that this is probably one of the most looked forward to anime movies in recent memory, especially after the enormous success of the first season of Demon Slayer.
Ava 4.0.
That too. That's very highly anticipated as well. So this is coming out. Well, it's premiering in Japanese theaters allegedly October 16th, 2020. I just bring this up because, I mean, obviously we're going to get it over here eventually in the States. Sorry, Natai.
Yeah, I know. Never.
You don't live here. You don't get it.
This content wasn't made for me, Alex. I don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it. You don't get to watch it. This content was not made for you. Fuck off, you peasant. I kind of wanted to make a prediction just based on how anime movies have been coming over to the West and particularly North America quicker and quicker over the last couple of years. And obviously this is not normal circumstances with the virus. But I kind of wanted to predict it. And I think a conservative prediction is mid-February for us. I don't know exactly when, but I'm going to say mid-February. So around February 15th next year is when we're going to have it here in North America.
Interestingly enough, where the Made in Abyss movie is finally getting released, at least to some, it's getting premiered digitally. I think this coming in September. So we'll see. Maybe they'll just change the strategy because when you can watch it online, you can do it. You're not restricted by theaters, so
that's true. Although in a lot of states here, at least in the U.S., a lot of theaters are starting to open back up. So, but there might be a digital release for this too. I'd like to imagine that Crunchyroll wants to get their hands on this, considering how successful the first season of Demon Slayer was. But I'm stoked. I'm stoked. There it is again. Stoked. That's my new word. Stoked. Psyched and stoked. I'm really looking forward to it, as I'm sure many of you out there are. I'm assuming if this actually gets in theaters and we all get to go see it, this might be one of those ones that no matter where it's playing, it'll get sold out, at least during its first showing. which is going to be great to see for an anime movie in the US.
Yeah. You think Ufotable is going for the full adaptation now that the manga is over?
I would think so, yeah. I don't know what form it'll take, whether the rest of it will just be movies or they're just going to do a movie for this arc. But I have to imagine there's going to, considering the enormous success that Demon Slayer has had, both its manga and its anime adaptation, I have to imagine there's going to be more after this.
I mean, the last few movies they've produced, like the Fate Stay Night movies, have been hugely successful. So they've been doing okay in terms of films, which is great.
Yes, they have. I'm just looking forward to it, and I know a lot of you out there probably are as well. And that's it. That's all we got. Obviously, there's a lot of other stuff airing, but those are the only ones that we really wanted to talk about. I don't really think we skipped over anything huge.
Nothing too major. There are a few shows, but these are the ones that stuck up to us.
Yeah. So I have to ask, since I asked this at the end of every season preview, what have you thought so far about the summer season, as crammed as it is?
Summer season's been really good. Not gonna lie, I'm not the best person to answer that question because I usually don't keep up with weekly shows. But it's fun. The exciting thing about seasonal anime is always seeing how different shows slowly but surely like gain more and more popularity and sort of get discovered, I suppose. Which is why I always that's how I approach seasonal anime. They're the ones I know I'm gonna watch anyway, and then I just slowly notice what other people are talking about and just watching them. So yeah, so far summer season's been pretty fucking good. I mean, we had the sequels like Snafu, which is amazing, and ReZero, which
the one thing I do love, especially on our Discord server, is just watching you like every week come in and say, "Guys, it's slowly breaking me."
Don't even know, dude. Snafu is
and I can't see it and I can't hear it, but I know that John reads that and he just in the corner going
I every now and then I'll message John. I'm like, this show can't keep doing this to me. It can't get away with this. Nah, Snafu is great, and just like I said, ReZero is mwah. And aside from that, I'm excited to binge Decadence once that's over, and also checking out Great Pretender pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really busy with stuff with my actual job, so I haven't had an enormous amount of time to actually sit down and start a lot of anime from the summer season. But there's a lot I do plan on watching. I actually have just recently started Snafu for the very first time, so I will be watching the third season eventually. And I when it's done, I think you and I and maybe Sho and John will be doing like a whole like series retrospective of Snafu, so that'll be fun.
Who's best girl?
Okay, I've only completed the first season, but I will say that as of right now, my best girl is leaning slightly towards Yui.
Welcome to the Yui gang.
However, I will say Sensei is a close second. Very close second.
Yeah. Also, Yukinon is fucking great. I love her. But anyway, that's a whole different thing.
So far in Snafu, I have yet to find a character that I dislike.
Yeah.
And it also has a fucking male Chuny in it, which I love. He made me laugh. He made me laugh my tits off. Anyway, yeah, I haven't had a chance to start a whole lot yet, sadly. Obviously, I will start ReZero at some point. Watching Twitter just have a fucking meltdown over Uzaki-chan has been just a weekly thing that's just been amazing to watch.
Bravo to you for not getting spoiled so far. My God.
Spoiled with what?
Like, get ReZero spoilers.
Oh, I have, but...
Oh.
Well, I don't know exactly how much I've been spoiled on, but there's some stuff that I do know, but I don't care. But anyway, yeah, sadly it's not a great time to ask me that, but actually this weekend as we're recording, I will be watching some stuff from this season to kind of catch up a little bit since I do have some spare time. But yeah, that's our fall 2020 preview.
We did it.
We did it, man. We did it. Only took us about an hour and 20 minutes, but we fucking did it. So thank you out there for dropping in to listen to us. We hope you enjoyed it because we always enjoy bringing this stuff to you. If you want to check out other episodes of the podcast, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, BitChute, SoundCloud, and Spotify. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, you can join us on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, and our website. Shoot us an email if you have any questions or if you have ideas for topics you'd like us to talk about in the future. Links to all these things will be down below in the description. Also, be sure to check out our affiliate links to Camp Buddy on PC and Mac. If you're into I'm really fucking this up. If you're into visual novels and BL and yaoi, every purchase that you make through our links helps us out a lot. As always, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, Natai.
I realized I'm sweating so much, and then I looked at my hands, and I was like, sticky fingers!
Hey, Natai. This podcast has a problem. Yes!
But, I'm out.